Well, hello there. The holiday weekend is winding down in the US, and so it's time for a weekend video. Today, I'd like to talk about something that Mike mentioned on the phone the other day. Somebody recently asked him about something he had said a few years ago in one of the seminars that he did, and I don't remember which one it was in, but I do remember hearing him say it myself. And what she was asking about was when Mike said that on that day, on the day of the cross, when everything finally transpired and was over, he said that the air must have been just a little different from that point on. Something had to be detectably, noticeably different. And so the first thing that came to my mind was all the way up to this mystery being unfolded at the cross. God had been blinding the people's eyes and stopping up their ears so they would not hear nor see what the mystery was going to be. They wouldn't have a clue. And all the blinding and the deaf and the stopping up of the ears, that stopped at that moment. It stopped. It ceased forever. So I think that if you've been blind all your life and deaf all your life, and suddenly you see and suddenly you hear, I think upon first glimpse, first sound, you probably it might scare you. It's unknown to you. And if you've been blinded and your ears have been stopped up and you've had lived under the command of the law and of all the prophecies that had this terrible foreboding about that great and terrible day of the Lord that was to come, and all these horrible things that would happen, and you are warned in these prophecies that in those last days this will happen and that will happen and there will be scoffers, and don't find yourself numbered among the scoffers. I would say a lot of people who had grown up with that all of their lives and had a fear instilled in them, once they got a glimpse of sight or heard a little sound, it might scare them to the point where they don't want to open their eyes and they don't want to listen because they're afraid of what they don't understand. And that's possibly one of the reasons why some people find it so hard to hear the gospel. They're afraid that they might be doing something wrong, and they're going to at least stick with following the rules that they know. And all I can say is, for those of us who have embraced the gospel, you don't fall off a cliff into an abyss. You fall into a lot of grace, and it's going to be the most beautiful free fall you've ever experienced. That's all I have to say today. Have a good week.